I, 28M. Got into a huge argument with my sister, 31F, last week. The argument had been simmering for a long time, as tension between us has been high for years. When I was 17, my sister had an accidental pregnancy, and when she told her boyfriend, he left her. Due to our religious family, she kept the baby, but once her daughter was born, she panicked. She didn't want to go through the legal troubles of adoption, so she asked that me and our mother took care of her kid. There was no legal custody, but it was an agreement made within the family. I essentially raised my niece from birth until she was 3, with help from my mother, as she was working to support the new addition to the family. I dropped out of school and took care of her, fed her, changed her, and taught her how to walk while my mom was away at work. Then my sister met her now husband, cleaned her life up, and suddenly wanted her kid back. No warning, she moves back to home, says thanks, and starts being a mother. My niece is now 11 and doesn't remember all I and her grandmother did. It's been a family agreement to forget this all happened until the argument. My sister made a petty comment during a fight, where she implied since I lost my job recently I can't handle responsibility. I snapped and told her she was lucky her daughter was too young to remember how she abandoned her. My niece overheard this, and now wants to know what I meant. I outright said that her mother didn't think she could raise her, and left her with me and grandma. Now my sister says I traumatized her daughter, and my mom says I should have kept the secret like we agreed. I think this secret couldn't stay kept forever. Am I the asshole? Edit. Hello, I'm here to give some more context and answer a bunch of the most common questions. When the argument happened, I had put my niece to bed hours ago. We were at my mother's house, and so no one knew she was going to come in. Secondly, after my niece was born, my sister moved states to get a job. Also, she was 20 and I was 17. And finally, in the aftermath, I said that we can't go back now since my niece already overheard us all talking. So as a group with her stepfather, we should get together to explain it better. But since the event a week ago, my sister has been saying that we should blow over it and that my niece will forget if we don't bring it up again. I'm frustrated at this, and at how she's now slating me alongside my mother. My mother believes I'm in the wrong for arguing with my sister in the first place, whereas I say she has no right to criticize me for losing my job when I lost my education to caring for her child. I'm trying to get in contact with my niece's stepfather to ask him for his opinion. Edit 2. Yes, I was asked by my mom to drop out of school and I did so. I didn't go to college later. I had no intention of hurting my niece, but she had already overheard what was said, so I felt that keeping it from her now would just cause her confusion. I'm now trying to backpedal the best I can with the family's assistance, to be able to properly explain the situation to her. But my sister and my mother both want to just pretend this never happened and hope my niece forgets as she grows up. Edit 3. I'm starting to wish I was clearer from the beginning. I said I was 17 when my sister had the accidental pregnancy. I meant that I was 17 when the baby was born. I, 21 male. Hit a very rocky patch with my partner, 22 female. The other day we went to a ticketed event local to my girlfriend's town, and I came to stay for the event and slept over. I woke up the next day and my partner asked me to leave a bit early, as her grandparents were coming over to see everyone. I, being respectful and understanding, said sure and made no fuss in leaving as it was asked by my girlfriend to. I then got home from driving to a text from her mum for walking out early, and leaving her, my GF, very upset, which made no sense. I was asked to leave. I then, the following day, got a very spiteful message from the mum again, basically saying I have no respect for my GF. She then continues to stick her nose in my and my partner's business and basically said she has no interest in our relationship, and indirectly said she hates me and will make sure her daughter knows it. Her mum then continues by saying I ignored my partner all day. We had an argument the night before and I decided to back off from the situation and leave her space and to allow my GF to come to me in her own time when she was comfortable. Then accuses me of not paying for my ticket for the event, leaving her to pay it out her own money she earned. This is nowhere near true. The day tickets were bought, I asked for the subtotal cost of the ticket, and bank transferred it that day. I have screenshotted bank statement proving so. I then sent a message defending myself, saying I put so much care and respect toward your daughter, making a lot of financial and personal choices based around her, meaning I have had to miss out on jobs, events I would have liked to go to and other things. I then directly challenged her comments regarding the unpaid ticket, and said that's not true and to check your facts before stating such allegation. Her mum read the message and ignored it. Now 3 days later, my GF texts me stating that her mum's wants to make amends and that she is happy to put it in the past on the condition I, yes me, apologize first and show I am making the effort to build bridges. I instantly resisted, saying I currently refuse to apologize as her mum chose to send the message, make untrue accusations about me and withheld the information she messaged me to my GF. I said I am happy to work on building bridges for the sake of the relationship. But I strongly feel her mum is the one responsible for making and issuing the first step by apologizing, considering she was the one who began the argument. Am I the asshole? Should I be the one saying sorry to secure the relationship? Am I right to stand my ground and say her mum should apologize for wanting to kick my wife's family out? We just bought a house 2 weeks ago. We're not even fully unpacked when my wife's parents said, "Hey, next month can we come stay 3 nights over the weekend?" It would be her mom, dad and the 2 youngest siblings. The week they asked, they changed their mind, packed the car and just drove here. They got here on a Sunday and said we're only staying 3 nights. Then 2 nights into it said we want to stay 1 more night. Now her sister wants to come up here and spend the weekend. This whole week there's a few people staying over. I want everyone gone. I'm working late to not come home. My routine is gone. I need to mow and do other house chores. They keep our toddler up late and just sit at the table drinking beer. Yeah, sure, they bought us some great house gifts and I feel twisted. I do care about them and want my wife's family and want her to see them. Am I the asshole for telling my wife never to do this again and asking them to leave early? Also, never allow people to stay here during the week when I have to go to work. That's all for the stories. Thank you for watching new uploads every 2 days. See you next time.